Morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and beautiful little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful, and super duper delicious, and that life is treating you most deliciously. Okay, so what's the time, Mr. Wall? So it's 1 minute past 11 in our old England, my delicious little babies, on the 17th of March 2026. I was just about to say 2027 then, my delicious little babies. Anyway, maybe ones need to keep a handle on it. Okay, now what's the weather like? So, yeah, there's a bit of, got a few curls as well. There's a bit of blue sky, so the sun has got his hat on, hip 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 hooray. And yeah, there's the Zums have been extremely busy this morning, Martin babies. They did 3 lines. You know what I mean? Jump for my love. You know my heart will fill you up. Okay, Martin babies. I'll take the notice. I do come out with songs, don't I, Martin babies? That's just came into my noddle, just out of nowhere. Anyway, Martin baby, so that's the weather forecast. Okay, it's still rather chilly today, chilly Billa. And yeah, that's that. What's this? Oh, cherry, oh, baby. Can't you see I'm in love with you? If you say that you love me madly, well, babe, I'll accept you gladly. Whoa, boom, boom, boom. Whoa, yeah, 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 yeah. What year was that song, my delicious babies? You know what I mean? It's interesting, isn't it, my delicious babies? The lyrics of songs. Just need to switch my lights on, my delicious babies. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, baby, say you love me. 5, 6, 7 times. What year was that song, my delicious babies? Let's see if my lights will work today. Come on, little light, shine bright. There we are. Here we go. Yeah, they're on, my delicious babies. So we got to keep shining those lights, shining those lights, shining those lights, my little honey bunnies. Now then, yeah, so what's this one that was left? Haribo, it seems. The Haribo. Can you see? Haribo, yeah. Brand new cup, that. Anyway, my delicious babies, it's not mine. Okay. Now then, I should be back in my other room tomorrow, my delicious babies. I'm going to be able to put my sound back up, so I'm going to be able to say, are we feeling the love? Because I hope that you're feeling the love. Do you know what I mean, my delicious babies? So I should be able to get myself back to some sort of a normality, my delicious babies, now then. Right, so what is it that I got for you today, my delicious babies? Oh, there's an even larger handle there, do you know what I mean? Anyway, you know, it's just amazing, isn't it? You know, when we look at our bodies, you know, and, you know, they do all sorts of things, don't they? You know what I mean? Sometimes it goes like this. Sometimes you're all shook up. You know what I mean, my delicious babies, yes. Anyway, so, yeah, let's look into this now. So, yeah, I listen to some very interesting videos. Now, of course, everybody knows that I usually advertise, oh, my dear, you know, not in that way, of course. Oh, my dear, and wonderful and delicious uploaders. Okay, my delicious babies, which, of course, I do. Okay. And why do I do this? Well, I do this because I seriously feel that, you know, ones need to, there we are, be getting straight on it now. Do you know what I mean? My delicious babies, not in that way, not in that way. No naughty thoughts. Okay, my delicious babies. Anyway, I've just like to lark around with you. You know, a little bit of fun doesn't hurt, does it, my delicious babies? You know what I mean? In this bonkers, crackers and crazy world. Okay. So, yeah, I was listening to a really good video, but before I say this, I was listening to another excellent video this morning, my delicious babies, and yes, it has gone out to all in my dog and bone, because this is what I do, my delicious babies. Of course, how many get to see it, my delicious babies, is another matter, isn't it? Okay. So you can go on trending, on iconic, on YouTube, Mad Delicious Little Babies. I think they're up to 14,000. 0.3 thousand, 14.3 thousand mad delicious babies, or it could be 14.5 now. Anyway, mad delicious babies, let me get back to the matter in hand. So, yes. So, our dear Gareth, not in that way, not in that way. Or you can go to our lovely, not in that way, not in that way, our lovely dear David Ike.com. Okay, mad delicious babies. Well, you will find this video. Okay. Please and thank you. Should anybody happen to have any form of an interest? Anyway, no, yeah, what they're talking about. What's his dear Gareth talking about? Yes, we're hearing the latest, another way of surveilling, and, well, no. The fact of the matter is, and it's just over 37 minutes, my delicious little babies, to listen to, I would please advise, there we are, that if anybody is wanting, to buy a brum brum wheels, I don't know, some would call it a vehicle. Of course, we have to question the word there we are vehicle, don't we? My delicious babies haven't earned there we are this for years, okay? Especially with the old DVLA and all that, you know what I mean? Mind you, I'm due to renew my what's it called? My license, my delicious babies. Even though, if you was to drive to the park or drive shopping or something like this now then, ones do not need a license, you know what I mean? So it's another effing scam, which I've known there we are for years, okay? But of course, they make it most difficult for ones to get away with not paying for a license. Okay, my delicious babies. Anyway, not to worry. I'm not driving at the moment. Okay, so it's not really concerning myself. However, I shall get it renewed. I suppose I need a new mugshot, don't I? Because these photograph ones. No more is the paper ones, my delicious babies. So it feels like when you're sitting in a booth, somebody's taking the old Kurdak, my delicious babies. It feels like you're taking a mugshot, doesn't it, my delicious babies? Yes. Anyway, so apparently 2027, my delicious babies, all these new Brum Brums wheels, well, they're going to have, just words to effect. You'd need to listen to our dear Trending on Iconics video, okay? And of course they have the second part, but like I said, if you go to our lovely dear david.coms, you listen to the full episode, or you can just go onto YouTube and then you just click on more, and then you see when you scroll down it says iconic.com, and then you click on there. Okay, my delicious babies, just like that. Okay, my delicious babies. Anyway, please and thank you. Well, yeah, so they want all these poxy effing censoring, okay, to sense when you blink. Well, you see, I have an answer to this, my delicious babies, and I listen to videos of, you see, I talk out loud, okay, my delicious babies, it doesn't matter what room I'm in, even if I'm going to shake my lettuce in the bathroom, you know what I mean, or having a shower, my juicy little showers, which I absolutely adore, okay? The fact of the matter is, my delicious babies, I will always have something to damn well say about this. And what is it that I've got to say? Simple things, do not buy this shite. Okay, I'm not shouting at you, my delicious babies. I'm just, there we are. Ding, ding, dong, dong. Common sense, making a point here. Just simple things. Do not buy one. That is your answer. Go back to the older cars. I know that for many in the world, they want these, and that doesn't mean, they want these fancy, super duper cars that do all these wonderful things like heat your ass and, you sit in a car and, get your backside all nice and warm and cosy like toast, and then you got all these censoring, showing you when you're reversing, the drill, my delicious babies, okay. And for some, they class it as, they may save up a very good deposit to get a brum brum wheels, you know what I mean? And they see it as a luxury. Well, the way I see it is, my delicious babies, okay? I mean, if you go back in history, they had horse and carts, didn't they, my delicious babies, okay? But I'm pretty sure that not so many seen that as a luxury, did they, my delicious babies? Anyway, okay? The fact of the matter is this, okay, is that if nobody bought one, well, this would F them up even more. There we are. This would F them up even more, isn't it? Because they're relying on some mankind, because some mothers do have them, to say, oh, I really want one of those. I really want to be surveilled. I really want to be watched 24/7 when I'm in my car. Do you know what I mean? Mardlichtig babies, and I mean, as we very well know, ones in cars, do many things, don't they? It's all common sense, ding, ding, dong, dong. So some, they tend to, shall we say, oh, my beautiful little room. So she's just dropped one Mardlichtig babies. I'm sorry, it's too much information. So she just looked, it's all right, little rooms, don't worry. My word, flip me, that's a stink bomb, Rubes. Okay, Mardlichtig babies anyway. Sorry, I've just got this bloody massive whiff of it. Anyway, oh, bless them. They cannot help it. Well, we've all got to go for a shout, haven't we, Mardlichtig babies? Anyway, let me get back to the battery in hand. So, being serious now. So, some go on their old Merbies, their dog and burns, don't they, Mardlichtig babies, when they should be concentrating on the road. That is been well said. There we are for a long time. And me personally, I have never sent messages if ever I've been driving, Mardlichtig babies. No. I've never done that. Okay, not even if I'm sat in traffic, have I? Okay, I've always tried my best not to sit in traffic. I like to go around the back roads, you know what I mean? A bit like what we're seeing in the world. Yes, Mardlichtig babies anyway. And of course, you got others, where, maybe I don't know, maybe they cannot just get to their destination. We've heard a number of those realities over the decades, haven't we, Mardlichtig babies? They just cannot wait to get to their destination, to close the curtains, or I don't know, or leave the curtains open, whatever ones wish to do. And, maybe do other things, Mardlichtig babies. There's been many who have been caught doing that, isn't there, Mardlichtig babies? Everything from, I'm not going to say, but I'm pretty sure you can read it between the lines what I'm saying, Mardlichtig babies. Do you know what I mean? Then, of course, they got caught short, haven't they? I suppose some of them have been caught with the shorts down, Mardlichtig babies anyway. So there's many different reasons why, ones, I suppose, do the things they do. You know what I mean? But, so saying that, Mardlichtig babies, okay, if you're going to be watched all the time in your car, no matter what you're doing, okay, I actually see that as a total, there we are, invasion of one's privacy. Okay, because we've already got all this surveillance everywhere you go. They're flipping click, 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 click. You know what I mean, Mardlichtig babies? I always say, if ones want to behave this way, no matter who they are, are they really living that much of an interesting life if they need to be surveilling yourselves and myself, Mardlichtig babies? Simple things, just asking a question, ding, ding, dong, dong. Do you see what I mean? Anyway, so please, if you'd like to please and thank you, I've got such an itchy nose today, a surprise. Please and thank you. Please take a listen to dear Gareth's video this morning, because this is very serious, Mardlichtig babies, okay? But of course, you are going to have a percentage, because they do no research. They feel that it's, to keep them safe, okay? But they never think now to look back over the decades and say to themselves, well, we never had this years ago. Do you know what I mean, Mardlichtig babies? See, they've done another 2 lines now. Mardlichtig babies, there's 2 lines. It's like some are moving parallel, it seems. Mardlichtig babies, yes. Anyway, so I thought I'd mention that. You wouldn't see myself by that. Not even if I was a millionairess tomorrow. Never. I'd much rather, I've said this before and I say it again, I'd much rather go and get an older car. There we are, any day of the week, okay? As long as you can find an excellent, mechanic, okay? You're rocking and a rolling, you're cooking on gas. You see what I mean, Mardlichtig babies? Now then, let me continue with what I'm advertising today, Mardlichtig babies. This is all just food for thought, you know what I mean? And then, of course, if some was to use their damn well common sense, we'd be getting there we are somewhere, there we are much faster. Okay, my delicious babies. So if that sounded like I'm being sarcastic, well, maybe I am being sarcastic. Okay, my delicious babies. Now then, so this is interesting. This is I think nearly 35-minute long. Okay, this uploader happens to have 863,000 subscribers, my delicious babies, and it's called, I think I've advertised them once before actually, capital C, and it's two words together, cyber news. So it's only one capital, cyber, and then news, but all the rest is little writing, cyber news. And the video should read, the most mysterious file on the internet. Okay, my delicious babies, I'll just repeat that again for you. The most mysterious file on the internet. Yes, my delicious babies. This is, there we are, well worth a listen to for anybody who's into the technical, all this technology world. Do you know what I mean? My delicious babies, for myself, I mean, I could just about get on flipping Zoom. Whoa, Zoom, you chase the day away. Yeah, I had to go on a Zoom call, didn't I, my delicious babies? Anyway, it wasn't for myself. It was like some course, It just really wasn't for myself, not when I thought about the biometrics, and all these different things now going on. Do you know what I mean, my delicious babies? Or say, for example, if you're working somewhere and then they want you to all of a sudden stick a muzzle on, you know what I mean, my delicious babies? I'm not liking it. So anyway, I just jumped out of it. You know what I mean, my delicious babies? As soon as you zoomed in, you zoom out. Okay, my delicious babies, I listened to, there we are, enough as what I needed to listen to, really. Okay, my delicious babies. Now then, so this is an interesting video to listen to. It's really important, actually. There's loads of lines now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 now. You see, they're really super duper busy today. See how bright it's going, my delicious babies. Anyway, they're obviously, there we are, trying to get some sort of a message across. You know what I mean, my delicious babies? Yes, up and down, like I don't like this word, my delicious babies. Well, I don't like any words like that, actually, but there's a very old-fashioned saying, up and down like who's drawers. Okay, my delicious babies, and I don't like that word because I do not believe any woman or lady is a hooer. Okay. Anyway, my delicious babies, now then, it's just figure of speech. That's an old-fashioned saying of decades ago, you know what I mean? Now then, my delicious babies, so we really need to pay attention here to what they're actually saying, this uploader. You cannot see them, they're showing you like video parts, and things like this now then. But it's very important to actually, there we are here, what is being said, my delicious babies. Yeah. Yes. Now then, my delicious babies, to the next one. I think this is about just over 15 minutes long, so it's not long, my delicious babies. And this is, I think I've advertised these once before as well, actually. And of course, for anybody not in that way, not in that way. Capital B, Britain, space, capital R, retold. Okay, my delicious babies, that's the uploader on YouTube. This uploader happens to have 27.2 thousand subscribers. And the video should read, what £5, a lady cadaver, what £5 could buy you in 1975? 1975, got to stay alive. Okay, my delicious babies is just coming to. I'm having one of those days today, my delicious babies. But there we are. But I do happen to have a busy day today. Mind you, every day is flipping busy. Never mind. I'd rather be busy, there we are, my delicious babies, than have jack shit to do. You know what I mean, my delicious babies. Anyway, I'll repeat this again for you. What £5 Lady Godiva could buy you in 1975? Got to stay alive. Okay, my delicious babies. Very interesting. You could buy albums, records. There's so many things. I mean, and still get change. I mean, they're even talking about, because I was only 2 at the time. Oh, I was a little bambino, little baby. Well, they used to get out, instead of you having to go to the pump on your own, pump up the volume, pump up the volume, pump up the volume, bing, bang, doom, Do you remember that tune, my delicious babies? Lots of tunes today. It's a bit like I'm not doing Name That Tune. There used to be a program called Name That Tune, didn't there, my delicious babies? Well, I'm naming the tunes, aren't I? But anyway, it just came into my noddle. The point is, they used to actually come out, fill your brum up, your wheels. They'd check your oil. Yeah, they'd do everything. My delicious babies, not these days. You got to do it yourself. So I suppose in those days, you probably got a service with a smile, I should imagine, most of the time. But I should imagine they wanted to baby ones more. So they sort of let the April strings, oh, I just said April strings. So apron strings, sorry, Mads, little babies. I suppose they let them go a little bit, so somebody could actually get out of their car, brum, wheels or van or whatever, lorry, and they can actually, go to the pump themselves, and put the petrol in or the diesel in themselves, mad to little babies. So I suppose we've come so far since then, haven't we, mad to little babies? Well, worth a little watch. Okay, mad to little babies. Now then, should anybody please and thank you have any form of an interest with any of the videos that I advertised today, the next one, my delicious little babies. Well, this one here, I haven't seen him before, or I feel as though, there we are, I feel as though I've seen him, once before, my delicious babies. Now, this uploader happens to have 68.2 thousand subscribers, and he's called, I'm not talking to anybody who knows, alternative media, who knows who this man is, this uploader, my delicious little babies. I'm talking to our delicious little babies who do not know. So he's called capital P on YouTube again, my delicious little babies, Professor space capital H Hammer Motto. I'm going to spell that out for you, my delicious little babies, okay? HAM for mother, M again for mother, OTO. So it's Hammer Motto. Motto. There was a mobile dog and bone advert, weren't they? Motto. Is it Motto? Motto. You know the one I'm on about, Martin, just babies anyway. And this video should read, and I think it's over an hour long, Martin, little babies, and it is called journalism. And we don't like this word. We seem to hear rather a lot of it, don't we, Martin, little babies, especially over these decades, yes. Journalism is dead. Long live dead journalists. Okay, Martin, little baby, so I'm just going to repeat this again for you. Journalism is dead. Long live dead journalists. Okay, Martin, delicious little babies. Now, I suppose, if you was to read that on the face of it, you could say, you could look at this from different angles, couldn't you, Martin, little babies? You know what I mean? Okay, I won't say anything more about that, you know what I mean? I suppose I don't want to seem like too much of a bitch on the 17th of March 2026, you know what I mean? So I'll just keep it rather clean. Anyway, interesting video to take a listen to, okay? So he's clearly been building his numbers up, but like I said, I'm pretty sure, I feel as if I have seen him, but I know for a fact I definitely have not advertised him. That is what I know. Okay, my delicious little babies. But yeah, well worth a listen to little things. It's very interesting to get others' takes on, different topics and subjects and realities of what's going on in the world right now. That doesn't mean no, my delicious little babies just got an itch. Now, one final video. So, but this was 5 days ago. So the thing is, I wanted to put that 5 days ago. This one here, my delicious little babies, happens to have 101. Right, okay, this is like 2. Okay, my delicious little babies. So you've got this one at 139,000. Simon, capital S, Simon says, space, capital D, Dixon. Okay, my delicious little babies, Simon space Dixon. Okay, my delicious little babies. So, but then you've also got capital B, capital T, capital C, space, capital S, sessions. Okay, Madrishtik babies, and he has 388,000 subscribers, Madrishtik babies. So I suppose if you was to type in BTC space sessions, you would come up with the 388,000 subscribers. But on this particular video, it's showing 2. Do you know what I mean? So it's advertising 2. So if you clicked on the 2 circles, it would give you 2 different uploaders who you could subscribe to. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? You know, should anybody want to subscribe, you know, I generally just give out information. I'm not subscribed to an awful lot, my delicious babies. No, I'm not. Okay. That's just my choice. I just don't like to be subscribed to too many. Okay, my delicious babies. It does not mean that I do not respect anybody. Anyway, I do not even feel why I should say that, so I'm not even going to continue it. It's just, you know, if I was to subscribe to who I advertise, flip me, I'd have a long list, wouldn't I, my delicious babies? But this video should read, and I think it's nearly an hour and 40 minutes. Is it that one, or is it the other one? Anyway, I could have it the wrong way around. Anyway, so sorry about that, my delicious babies. The video should read, "The war nobody can explain until now, Simon Dixon." So once again, I'm not talking to the alternative media out there who know this uploader, this man. I'm talking to any of our delicious little babies out there who do not know. But what I enjoyed about this video, my delicious babies, I always enjoy any regular uploaders who I advertise. Okay, my delicious babies, otherwise I wouldn't advertise them. But what I enjoyed about this is that it was really easy. Not that other channels are not. I'm not saying that at all, okay? Because I always defend my wonderful channels who I advertise regularly, okay? What I mean by that is that, you know, like, say for somebody who does not understand the wars and understand the history, there we are, and understand everything that's gone on, okay? The way that your man here now, Simon Dixon, there we are, puts it across. There we are. It's so super duper easy and simple things, there we are, to understand. It's the way he puts it across, okay? Now, for myself personally, I've never seen him before. Now, probably for some of the alternative media. So, flip me, Carla, where have you been? Do you know what I mean? But I genuinely have not seen him before. I was looking for the videos, there we are, and then I spotted this one. So I thought, I'm going to take a listen. This is not a video that I would ever say was boring to listen to, because you know, it's like he's explaining boom, 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 boom. Do you know what I mean? It's like there's no stopping. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes. And then when you listen to it all, it just makes perfect ding, ding, dong, dong sense. Okay, my delicious babies. So, yeah. But I always like to listen to other different, you know, as well as my regular channels all the time. But I like to listen to, you know, give it a bit of a mix, you know what I mean? Because it's really good to get a take on, you know, on others' viewpoints on matters, my delicious babies, especially what's going on right now and with geopolitical and everything. Because, of course, this affects, apart from the few countries who know nothing about what's going on, this affects all of us. There we are, my delicious babies, okay? So I personally see this, there we are, as being the most important. Okay, my delicious babies, but we must also remember, and I keep going back to this now, my delicious babies, we must also remember that when all of these things now are going on, see, stumbled there, not changing my video, when all of these things now then are going on, there are a lot of other things that are taking place, okay, my delicious babies, okay? But it's all about being distracted. So I'm just going to close my books. We need to go back to where we need to go back to, my delicious babies. I surrender! Okay, my delicious babies. So, yeah, so that's all the videos for today. Now, I know that for some of you, you're probably going to think, what is this bonkers, crackers and crazy woman talking about? But for others of you, my delicious babies, okay, who's so very kind enough. So thank you for any views, for any likes, and for the occasional comments, because nobody really gets to see my videos, okay? But that's not to worry, not to worry. There's always somebody seeing, there's always somebody hearing, okay? So that's not to worry a man. However, for those who listen to myself all the time, there we are, you already know to take out ham in pieces, bits and pieces, to do with different videos. There we are, that I advertise. Sometimes I just talk in different words, I suppose. I talk in, there we are, different ways, you know what I mean? I may do it musically. I may do it talking wise, verbally. Do you understand what I mean? I may advertise videos, with me grey book. People. Okay, oh, bless you. Bless you. I tell you what, anybody who listens to my videos, my listening babies, I think they probably need flipping 20 paracetamol. But I don't mean that really, I'm only larking, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Probably something, think this is a proper flipping head scratcher. What's your woman there talking about? Do you know what I mean? Mad babies, you know what I mean? But the thing is, or they're doing a handle now. They're doing a handle. Wow, look at that. There we are. Look at that, Martelish babies. Do you see what I mean? Okay, flip me. They're quick on the mark. There we are. They're quick on the mark. You know what I'm saying? This isn't a figment of my imagination. I've only got one dog and burn. Otherwise, I'd show you what they're doing. It's unreal today, Martelish babies. They're really, really busy up there. Okay, Martelish babies. Now then, yeah. So at the end of the day, for others, there we are. You get me. Ding, ding, dong, dong. There we are. You clearly get what I'm talking about. Do you know what I mean? But not everybody will get myself. Do you see what I mean? Martelish babies, okay? And really that's all I've got to say, really, Martelish babies, okay? I'm pretty sure that half my flipping family also probably feel the same way, Martelish babies. They don't get me either. Do you know what I mean? Martelish babies, but I get myself, yes. And I get everything that I say. Yes, whether it be in here or up there. Do you see what I mean? Martelish babies. Anyway, so until my next video. Sorry, I'm just distracted with that because now they've done another 1, 2, 3, 4. So they've done the handle. Then it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 lines. Martelish babies. Yeah, you've got one going that way, and then the others shooting up, and then you've got the handle. Walk like an Egyptian. Boom! Doom, 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 doom. Boom! Okay, Martelish baby. So thank you once again so very much for listening, for just for your kindness overall. Okay, I do know on a serious note that not everybody thinks that I'm not all the cups in the cupboard, Martelish babies, or that the lift does not go up to the top floor. Do you know what I mean? Okay, or that I am a sandwich short of a picnic, because there are dear mankind out there we are, who do get me, what I'm saying. Okay, Martelish babies. Anyway, so until my next video, whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, please have a super duper delicious time. You only get one life, my little honey bunnies. Sending peace, love, harmony, and bright blessings to each and every one of you. And may your beautiful little selves, your beautiful little families, may you all be fully protected. And how I love you all so, and I always will. Okay, my delicious babies. So you just look after now. Take care. Please remember, and all different songs, what years, bits and pieces out of the songs to do with the lyrics. Okay, my delicious babies. So yeah, then you're going to follow what I'm talking about. Okay, my delicious babies, and hopefully, like I said, tomorrow now they've done a crisscross. Now there's a crisscross. Okay, there's a crisscross. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200. Ka-ching, 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 ka-ching. Okay, Martelish babies. I'll tell you what, they're really playing with the scars today, Martelish babies. You know what I mean? They're really wanting many to see. Okay, Martelish babies. Love you. Thank you once again for listening. Goodbye.